We got something really cool here. So this came from Dave Warren over at Tuya Knives, and this is the Tuya VOODOO. And wow, I am thoroughly impressed with this thing, like very, very much. When I seen it, I looked at it, I said, man, that thing does look kind of cool. It looks like it has a lot of potential, and boy, does it. We have a titanium frame lock, S90V, somewhat of a sheep's foot blade with a nice deep hollow grind, beautiful satin finish, a two-tone satin finish. I love how it drops down and then clips again. Beautiful sheep's foot. Perfect sharpening tool and plunge grind. And you know, I've said it a bunch of times that you can't get a plunge grind down to save their life, but they did. But they did. I'm very impressed. And this is like, they went overboard on this, probably to make a statement to me, but man, does it work. Now, even like if you didn't want a finger choil and you just wanted a sharpening choil, this is the way to do a sharpening choil. Just do this much smaller. But very, very ergonomic. You can choke back, which is also very, very ergonomic. This texture, or the titanium, has like an orange peel texture to it. It's very smooth, but this is going to be extremely, extremely scratch resistant. Like the look of the clip, has a little style to it. Good access to the lock bar, and see how they chamfered that edge right there, making it very, very comfortable. The reverse flick is money. Money. I mean, this thing is like, it's almost as good. I would say it's probably as good, if not better, than a Spyderco. The hole just lands in like the spot that you want, and it's big enough where you can go, oh, I got my finger sticker on my nail. What the heck? So you can go from the bottom or the top. Oh, that was my fault. And you can use the whole nail, or you can just use the skin, doesn't matter. And then the thumb flick is equally as good. A lot of times a hole deployment is good one way or the other, but in this case, it works really well for the thumb and the reverse flick, and then the lefty also works really well. So this thing is a fidget beast, and it's very smooth on the drop. When you disengage it, the detent is nice and early, so it's easy to get past, and even without a flipper tab. Now, the thing is, though, is if you hold down low, it will come down and get you. It'll get you. So you want to hold a little bit high, but then it like literally has a perfect landing spot. So it just works. Great slow roll. The geometry is pretty damn good. Let's check it. Behind the edge is about 20 thousandths. Not too bad. Could be a little thinner, but it's a hollow grind, so that's 20 thousandths, and it stays, you know, 20 thousandths for quite a bit of sharpening, and then 150 thousandths blade stock thickness. So it does have a nice robust blade, but because it has a hollow grind, it can get down to 20 thousandths. And you know, you can see, you know, it kind of stays 20 thousandths, moving up the blade a little bit. It's not like a super deep hollow grind, but it's definitely a good hollow. So when I said deep hollow, you know, I guess I should take that back. It's not a super deep hollow, but it's still a good hollow, and it does have a good depth to it. It's going to slice really well. I can just tell this thing's going to slice good. And, you know, with these ergonomics, you know, it does, to some people it might, I guess it just depends on the type of knives you're used to, but you do have to pick a spot, whether you're going to choke up right here or choke back. If you choke back, you will have the potential to catch into the choil, so you might want to choke up. But to me personally, I find this to be comfortable, but somebody might find it just a little awkward, just because of this distance right here from here to here. You know, your fingers are kind of spread a little bit, you know, and you know, when you choke up, you see how much it spreads out. Now, I personally like it. The pinch grip is going to be amazing with this thing. It's almost like it was made for the pinch grip. And what I mean is that this, your fingers tuck right here, your finger has a spot right there, and then you pinch over the top. So you kind of pinch it like that, and you have so much control that way. Yeah, this is a utility cutting beast. Absolutely. The scales are slightly contoured too, which definitely helps with the ergonomics. Steel lock bar insert, T6 hardware. You know we'd rather see T8s. I'm surprised they did T6s on this. That's crazy. S90V with T6s, with titanium. Anyways, centering's perfect. Lockup's good. Ooh, wait. Oh no, I have a little bit up and down. Okay, so maybe let me just relock it up. No, yeah, I got a little bit of rock. I'm sure Dave will take care of that. The lock bar is definitely moving. And it probably won't come over the camera. I can't tell if the lock bars, it feels like this lock rock. It doesn't feel like play. You can hear it. Anyways, it's very, very minimal, and it's not failing, so not that big of a deal. That is something, honestly, that could probably just break in. It is fresh out of the box, so, you know, I'll flick it a little bit and see if it goes away. It probably will, to be honest. That in many cases does. About 80% of the time when you get it fresh out of the box, you just have to flip it 100 times. And the lock, because the lock bar is made to engage stronger and stronger, the pressure's going this way, right? Now, if I wanted to, I could mess with it and tweak the pressure and make the pressure a little bit stronger, which would in return probably fix it right away. But we'll see. It might get worse. Sometimes they do. A lot of times they do. I guess it's about a 60-40 chance. 60% of the time, you know, you can get it to go away. 40% of the time, it's just going to get worse. So, but I have no doubt that Dave Warren wouldn't take care of it because he is awesome. And he usually does take care of everybody. He's a great representative for a knife company. Very easy to talk to, very easy to contact. To do some quick size comparisons, just to do it, this is the Tuya Caledon, which is available right now. You can get it in many different options, all different types of inlay options. Pretty sure there's a bunch of them still available on the Tuya site. This is one of the smoothest knives in my knife collection. It's just an absolute guillotine. Like this thing, you don't even need to give it any effort. This thing just falls. But you can see right there, the Caledon is, you know, a bit bigger than this guy, but this is still a full-size knife. This is actually the most common, probably the most common and most desired size of knife as far as Here's a quick size comparison next to one of my all-time favorite Wharncliffes, the Spyderco Yojimbo, and it is damn near the exact same size. Do they have the same cutting edge? Yojimbo's a little bit longer cutting edge. And you do have a little choke-up spot here too. You definitely have a bigger choke-up spot there. But all in all, it's about the same size. They are going to work very similar to one another as far as blade shape and utilitarian purposes. This one has original goat scales, by the way. That's what these titanium scales are. Absolute badassery. Talk about really changing a knife, man. This just, whew. Another one, just in case if you don't know the Yojimbo, a lot of you know the Spyderco PM2. You can see the PM2 is about the same size as the Yojimbo. This one might be a tad bit longer, and the Mannix is also the same size. These are the same size as like the Benchmade Griptilian, but basically they're all 8 inches. So I'm not sure, I didn't measure this, but I would guess it's right around there. Here's a measuring tape really quick. Let's just do it. Yep. 8.1 inches. So yeah, that's you know, the size of a lot of the most popular knives out there, because 8 inches makes for a great balance. Plenty of blade length, plenty of handle, plenty of room to put in a good sharpening choil, plunge grind, you know, whatever, without sacrificing too much edge. You know, some people would argue that, you know, they would prefer the edge to be all the way back here and have the plunge grind right here, where, you know, this would be basically the same thing, just a lot smaller and right here, which would have been cool too. I personally like the way this is with the nice big finger choil like that. Yeah. But yeah, there's some size comparisons for you guys. I rarely ever do size comparisons, but today's your lucky day. But nice profile, good look, has a nice look to it, something different. It definitely doesn't look like anything out there, which I do appreciate. This straight edge right here is going to be a phenomenal utility cutter. I can actually get the entire edge on the table. That's cool. Huh. A lot of times with these warnies like this, you can't get the whole edge down unless if the thing is higher that you're putting the edge on. Anyways, I think it's pretty badass. I'm definitely excited to test it out. Now, I have plenty of their S90V, but I haven't really tested it. I've sharpened it and stuff like that, but maybe we'll do an edge retention test one of these days and see how well their S90V is doing. But there you guys go. Work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.